Hello, fellow Trojans. My name is Trista Beard, and I'm an advisor here at USC. Welcome to the First Generation College Student Orientation, and welcome to USC. This is a brief version of the orientation program we were able to offer this summer on campus. We hope this short webinar will be helpful to you. First of all, welcome. And how do you prepare? Well, you should know that college will be different. Whether you've been attending high school or a community college, you will have to get used to new schedules, new independence, and new rigor at USC. You won't go to class from 8 to 3 every day. You'll have a varied schedule, such as the one pictured here, where you have maybe big blocks in the afternoon to work or study, or you may have class in the evening and you have your whole mornings free. So you have to figure out, based on your classes, when can you carve out a few hours each day to study for those classes, review notes, write essays, etc. So you'll be going to class several hours each day, or maybe you'll have longer days on Tuesdays or Thursdays than you would on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you need to make a schedule for yourself about when you will study. For each of your 4-unit classes, you should be prepared to do about 8, maybe 10 hours of self-study and preparation outside of the classroom. So managing your time will be a new challenge and something that you just have to get used to, and there are lots of resources on campus where you can get advice on time management, so please consider using them. Also, don't rush to get over involved. We want you to explore clubs, campus activities. There are hundreds of opportunities on our campus, but you don't have to overcommit yourself in your first semester or first year. Please explore, get to know people, go to meetings, but do not feel like you have to commit and sign up for tons of things right off the bat. At USC, you have a lot of resources. We have a very low faculty to student ratio and staff to student ratio, so you'll have multiple advisors. You'll be able to connect with faculty members and teaching assistants, lots of people in your corner to support you and cheer you on. Your academic advisors in your department will give great tips on the resources on campus, how to talk to faculty members, where you can join tutoring or supplemental instruction if you want to get more help with a particular course or some concepts you maybe are struggling with. Getting to know your faculty is really important for potential letters of recommendation, mentorship, and career advising. They'll have some great ideas about how you can use what you're learning in the classroom and apply it in the real world. Your resident assistants in your dormitories and housing are great resources. They're trained very well to know the campus like the back of their hand and where you can go for what kind of questions. Our career center and our writing center are incredibly helpful to start exploring early how to improve your writing and how to improve your resume, do mock interviews, look for internships so that you can get work experience while you're still studying. The tutors and academic coaching will also help you turn B's into A's or C's into B's. This is a way to figure out how to deal with maybe test anxiety, or you're not as efficient at reading and note-taking as you'd like to be. You need help with some time management, scheduling, prioritizing assignments, when to start that essay that's due in a week or 2 weeks. And the academic coaches in the Korchak Center can be very helpful with those kinds of things. So these are just a few of your resources on the USC campus. There's many more that you'll learn about as you have your time to explore here, but we want you to know that there are a lot of people that will help you through your time at USC, but you have to ask, and you have to ask questions and be proactive. So please know that that's part of being a student. You're here to learn, to ask questions, to explore. That's what is expected of you, and it's okay to ask those questions. Thriving at USC doesn't mean just your academics. It also means that you're personally growing, changing, and doing well here and taking care of yourself. So self-care and coping with the stress of moving to a new environment, maybe a new city for many of you, it's a large campus, getting connected with friends, finding your path, your passions in the classroom and outside of the classroom. So all that exploration can be stressful. We want students to know that that's normal. It's okay to be homesick. It's okay to feel overwhelmed by the work sometimes, and that there are places that you can, go to for help. So of course there's hopefully your friends and RAs in your dormitory. There are people close to you that you live with that you can talk to about your stress, your pressures. There's the counseling center in our health center on the 3rd floor. Always can walk in and make an appointment. All students pay a health center fee and you have access to resources there. There's also the Office of Religious Life, which offers interfaith events, faith-based clubs, but also mindfulness training and just quiet spaces where you can meditate or reflect. And that's really comforting for a lot of students. There's the Support and Advocacy Office where you can go when you're having a crisis situation or perhaps intervening on behalf of a peer. It's also good for families to know this number, the 213-821-4710 number, in case they want to make a request or intervene on behalf of their student. If you should find yourself in a situation where you need help to talk to professors, you need to go home, something's going on at home where you're needed, or you've had an injury or illness and you've missed class, things like that, support and advocacy help with. Another avenue that you should know about is Trojans Caring for Trojans, and it's a way for you to report your concern for a peer or a bias incident on campus, and there's an anonymous reporting form, which is really important. So please feel free to use that online, TC4T, or the support and advocacy phone number if you just need advice on where to go next. So again, these are advisors, very well connected. They know the campus very well, like the back of their hand. They know where to send you if you need assistance. You should just know it's okay if your grades are different, right? Students come here at USC, 56,000 applicants, in one given year, 3,000 and something accepted. If you were accepted to USC, you do belong here. You are a great student, but you're coming in probably the top of your class wherever you were, with many other students that are the top of their class. And everyone's challenging each other to do better, do their best, rise to the occasion. And at first, your grades may not be exactly the way they were in high school or your previous college, and that's okay, because it takes some getting used to. You should also know, you do your best. You're here to learn. The grade isn't everything. Sometimes students feel really homesick. They feel overwhelmed, and it is normal, part of adjusting to a new experience. You will get the hang of it. Some academic tips we'd like to give you before you begin here. First of all is when you do arrive on campus, when you have time to visit or orientation, once you have a schedule, visit your classes. When you come for welcome week, take a walk, find the room where all your classes are, visit those buildings, figure out if you have back-to-back classes, how long that is really going to take you to walk across campus to get from your dorm to your early morning class. So you'll start to get really familiar with where things are, the names of the buildings, where are the various libraries, where are the eateries, we have 2 gyms, where are they, plus our track. So it's important that you spend time walking around the campus. Make your own scavenger hunt. Go with your new roommates and check out where everything is. You'll start to get more comfortable that way more quickly. You also want to plan your week, even your semester. As soon as you get your syllabi for your courses, that's a course schedule, a course contract as well between you and the professor, you'll know when are the midterms, when are the essays, when are the finals, and you can start to block all of that out on your calendar, either on your phone or a paper calendar, whatever works for you. But you do want to map those things out so you know in advance when assignments are due and when you need to spend time preparing for each of those assignments. And you will find, every student does, that there are just really tough weeks when it seems like everything is due. A midterm, a quiz, a presentation, and a paper all due in the same week. Well, you won't be able to prepare for all of those the week before. So you're going to have to start early on some things, space some things out. So it's good to see all of that in a semester calendar so you can know when those really tough periods are going to be. You can also mark on this calendar, when are the ad drop deadlines? When are financial aid deadlines, disbursements? Each March there are forms due for the next school year. When are the holidays that campus is closed, or university dorms or eateries might be closed? So mark all those things down early. And also visit your professors. We would like to see you going to office hours early in the semester rather than waiting till there's some kind of issue. So visit your professors early, just break the ice, say hi, introduce yourself, ask them how they got into their field or what drove them to it or why they teach this class, or ask them about their research. Brainstorm some of those ice-breaking chit chat ideas, and you can always practice with your advisor. But getting to know your professors is going to be really helpful as you progress through your major, minor, and GE coursework. There are a lot of academic tools and resources on My USC, such as Oasis, which is your academic records home. So you'll find out when you can register, give guest access to a family member if you want to, and look at your STARS report, which is your progress report as you work towards your degree objectives. You can see your advising sheets, such as your course plan that you've worked on with your advisor, register for your courses under the WebReg tab, view Blackboard, which is sort of the electronic resources for each of your courses, pay your bill or manage your payments on ePay, and of course access your USC email. Oasis is over here. It's something you'll check very regularly to make sure course schedule are listed, look at permits to register, etc. WebReg, Blackboard, and Pay My Bill are also on the My USC portal dashboard. Also remember, we only use USC email once you're in the university. All your advisors, billing, Blackboard, course information, professors will only contact you through your USC email, so get in the habit of checking it regularly. Studying in a new environment can be challenging, so just remember you're going to need to block out 8 to 10 hours per class outside of the classroom. So when are those hours going to happen? Are you a morning person, evening, afternoon? Do you work? You have clubs? So start to map all that out in the first few weeks so that you make sure you do block out study time. And I've seen students block out time for laundry, block out time for relaxing and socializing, block out time to make calls home. Those things are important. Put them on your schedule. You need to also learn and reflect on how you study. So is a particular time of the day most productive for you? Do you like to study in your dorm room or prefer a lounge or the library, somewhere quiet, somewhere where there's ambient noise, where there's other people studying, which keeps you motivated? And think about what works for you. And also, how much time do you need to write a 5-page paper? How much time does it take for you to read, 50 pages, 100 pages, so that you know going forward how much time you're going to need to allocate to your self-study. We want to keep working together, the family, the student, and USC. So we want families to stay involved. This has been, your family and friends has been an important support network for you, and you want to stay connected to them. So please encourage them to visit the campus often. You want to use the resources, you want to introduce them to the resources. Families should encourage students to use the Writing Center, talk to their advisor, go to the gym, go to faith-based opportunities on campus. And, parents can remind students that it is a journey, it is a process. So students invest in their education, they do work, and they reap the benefits. So it's not something that comes quickly. It really does take hard work, investment, and time. We want you to stay connected to home and your friends while you're building community here as well. And families can always visit the Parent and Family Engagement website for parent handbooks and a lot of information on the campus resources. Lastly, we'd love to hear from you. So students, parents, and friends, whatever questions you still have about USC, or if you want to share what you're nervous about, or ask about a resource of how we could help you, please give us a call at orientation, 213-740-7767, or shoot us an email at orient@usc.edu. Fight on.